Hey guys, it's me, and as always, I am going to be remaking my rescue bar today. This is another one I did about 2 years ago, and it finally sold out. I had a guy, he's actually local, I used to do craft shows with his wife, and he bought 10 bars of soap for me yesterday, so I'm making a lot of the stuff that he wiped out. He definitely bought all of probably 4 or 5 different kinds yesterday, so I'm trying to restock all of those. So my rescue bar, let me tell you about that. Got olive oil. I'm doing it a little bit more fancy than I did last time as well, because I've gotten better at making soap and stuff in the past 2 years. So olive oil, aloe vera with my lye in it. Here's my organic shea butter and also my Neroli essential oil. You don't need a lot of Neroli to make this smell good and to be incredibly powerful. Neroli is great for your skin. It's from orange blossoms. It's got a really heady, strong floral, rich fragrance, which I really like. Not for everybody. I don't think everybody loves it, but I love it, and I know my friend Kayla loves it. She picked that out as her top 3 out of all of my fragrances and essential oils the one time I sniffed them all. So a lot of people do like it. I'm going to add that, and then over here in some argan oil, I've got chamomile powder, I've got olive leaf powder, and I've got some rhassoul clay. So this is the bar that I make if you've got tired skin, aging skin, any sort of troubled skin. This is incredibly packed with ingredients that are going to help to revitalize your skin. It's great as a face bar. It's probably the best face bar that I make, I would say. So I'm going to go ahead and get it mixed up, and we're going to do layers today. Let me go ahead and mix, and then we will do our layers together. Alright, we are all blended. I'm going to go ahead and divvy it up in between my different botanical and herb powders and clay and whatever it is I got over there. I think chamomile would be, generally it's a flower, olive leaf is a leaf, and rhassoul clay is a clay, so whatever you want to call that. I'm going to do a little bit of gold mica in between my layers as well. Last time I made this, like I said, it was about 2 years ago. That was before I knew that you could prep your lye ahead of time and just like let it sit overnight or what have you. And granted, I didn't do that today. I actually put it in the freezer, but I was able to get it started far enough ahead of time. My point is, though, that I used to be so impatient that I would end up soaping way hotter than I should have because I just could not stinking wait for my lye to cool down. I couldn't do it. I also would heat up my oil too just because I wanted it to be the same temperature as the lye. So I soaked hot last time I made this, and it thickened up on me real fast. Don't think it's going to do that today. It is getting a little bit thick, which for layers I kind of want that to happen, so that's fine. See, it's getting a little bit thick, but it's really not that bad. We're awfully full in these cups here. But what are you going to do? Just going to get it stirred. If I could get my stick blender in there without it going everywhere and overflowing, I would, but ain't gonna work today. Too full. Smells good. I love Neroli essential oil. If any of you are looking for Neroli essential oil but you just cannot bear to pay the price for it, please check out Wellington Fragrance. They're the first place I ever made an order from when I started out making stuff, like in general. The first thing I ever bought was fragrances and essential oils, and it was from them. They were just who popped up when I was searching, and they have some incredible prices for essential oils. I do a lot of my essential oil shopping at Bulk Apothecary, but what I cannot get from Bulk Apothecary, or sometimes Wellington just has better prices, but between Bulk Apothecary and Wellington Fragrance, that's all the only place I really shop for my essential oils. And I'm pretty sure for I think it's a 1/2 ounce bottle of Neroli is like $9.75. I got the 1 ounce bottle last time. I think it's like $14.75, something like that, $14.95 maybe. But I was looking at Brambleberry's site today, and I just wondered what their reviews said about Neroli behaving. And oh my god, it's so expensive for Brambleberry. It's so expensive. I'm not trying to pay that much. I think, oh god, I don't even remember, but it was like ridiculously expensive. Yeah, we are getting thick, but not too bad. This is a floral. I mean, Neroli is orange blossom, so it's not seizing or anything. If you soak with a lot of coconut and palm oil or castor oil or anything, I would say soak as cool as you possibly can, and then be prepared to work quickly. But I've got olive oil here. This is my pumice oil. But be prepared to work quickly because I'm still thickening up over here. I did do a 2-to-1 aloe juice to lye though, because I want this to be nice and firm quickly. But yeah, we're getting thick. That's okay. I want it to be thick for layers. I can't tell right now which is chamomile and which is olive leaf. I'm pretty sure this is olive leaf, but it's very subtle. Alright, I think we're basically all stirred. I think I'm going to do my rhassoul clay in the middle to kind of break it up a little bit color-wise. Yeah, when I did this last time, it thickened up really fast, real fast, and it was just it was such an ugly bar. I mean, these are all going to be pretty earth tone looking at the end of the day, so nothing too crazy fancy looking, but I think a little bit of gold in between will help to spruce it up a bit. I'm doing this in the tall skinny mold too. I might be able to do a fancy top, like a textured kind of top, and I think I might even sprinkle gold on top too. I'm not positive yet. Here is, I believe, my chamomile. Yeah, we're getting thick. That's actually what I wanted. I'm not too thick yet, though. I'm really not. I'm gonna make this a little jiggity. I like jiggity layers better than perfectly straight layers. I know a lot of people go for perfectly straight layers, and that, I mean, I can't deny that that's beautiful to see cold process perfectly straight like that in between, but I personally like when they're kind of wiggly looking. That's just me. So I want to give it just a wee bit of shape. Alright, gloves are goopy. I don't want to open up all my mica jars and stuff with raw soap all over my hands. Try to avoid that. Avoid the pressure. Side of it. Yeah, we're definitely getting thick. That's good. Still making texture in here. There we go. Almost out of my real sparkly gold mica. I got some new mica, but it's more satiny gold. It's not. It's thinner. It's not as thick of a micron or whatever they call it. So I'm gonna miss when this is gone. Ooh, that was on the chalkboard. I'm just kind of letting this get in here. I'm not gonna go real heavy. I don't want my layers to break apart. It's a very delicate dance doing a mica vein. I'm going to spritz with alcohol too. I have that sitting here, and I'm going to try my damnedest not to forget. I'm talking about it, so I'm not going to forget. Okay, spritz. It's almost out. I have more alcohol somewhere, but it's not in the bottle right now. It's spraying like crap too. I see some like chunkage. I know that ain't good. These chunks means it ain't gonna stick together. Come on. As good as it's gonna get on that one. Alright. Clay layer time. I'm gonna very delicately spoon it first here. This is going to help to create texture as well. As you can see, it's kind of spreading out a little bit. I don't want it to dip too far through. but I do like texture in my layers, so it moving around a little bit is not a concern for me. It's such a creamy soap batter, oh my goodness. Yummy. Almost all of it out here. I am going to tap out my mold before I do my next layer. I want to make sure all the little nooks and crannies in between these layers, like they're fully touching. I don't want any air bubbles in between layers because that always sucks when that ends up happening. I don't like that. Alright, tap. Roughing up my layer lines here, just a little, just get some shape. Okay. So messy. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Whew, pardon me. Oh. Try to go lighter on my gold this time because I feel like I went maybe too overboard before. It's hard to get it to the edges of my soap. It all goes in the middle. When I try to get it everywhere, I end up putting too much on. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. All right. Okay. Let's try to spritz with this crap here. Spritz. Definitely need it. There we go. Too much though. I think that's enough. Okay. And here is the olive leaf. Here we're getting nice and thick. I'll be able to do some mini peaks on top of this soap, which I think would look nice with a tiny bit of gold dusted on top, so I will in fact do that. Wasn't sure if I was gonna, but I've decided I will. This soap will be way prettier than it was when I made it 2 years ago. I also make a rescue face mask that has these ingredients in it. It's my one really oil-heavy face mask. My antidote mask, the main wetting ingredients are rose water and honey. My reboot mask, it's a lot of witch hazel. I don't think there's really any oils in there. Maybe a little bit, I can't remember. But this one is an oil-heavy mask. It's for if you've got really dry skin. And it's got the olive leaf, the rhassoul, and the chamomile in there, as well as that yummy neroli. Look at that. Beauteous. Alright, let me tap this baby before I texture it on top. Camera's crooked. Jeez Louise. Okay, tapping. There we go. Distinct idea of what I wanted this top to look like, so I'm just gonna kind of squish it around until I'm happy, but I kind of like this so far. You know what, I am going to get my tinier spatula to do it. That'll look nice. Cool, yeah. Rarely do I get to do stuff to the top like that. I'm going to give it just a whisper of gold because I think it's just such a luxurious bar. Why the hell not? Ooh, that spoon inside of that little jar is just the worst ever. Okay. I'm not going to go crazy with the gold on the top. I just want a little bit on top there because holy cow, it looks great. Making soap. Haha. Boom. There we go. Ooh, excited about this one. This is a luxury bar right here. I'll hold it up for you. I'm just putting the lid on my mic up. Alright guys, look at this beauty. I feel like I hold it up to the camera and you can see less because the light ain't hitting it. I'm knocking stuff over too. Yeah, you can actually see it better right there. There we go. Still doesn't look as pretty as it does in person, that's for sure. That's Rescue. That is olive oil, aloe juice, olive leaf powder, chamomile powder, rhassoul clay, and it's also packed with argan oil and natural shea butter and Neroli essential oil, if I didn't say that. I know I said it at some point, but I don't know if I said it right now. So yeah, there it is. And I'll see you tomorrow when we cut into it. Hey guys, it is time to cut into this beautiful loaf of soap here. This is Rescue. I played around with my camera a bunch before I turned it on to cut this soap because I wanted to get sort of a good angle, and I like the way the camera is right now. Of course, I'm probably never going to have it exactly like this again, hopefully, but if it looks bad to you, let me know and I'll try to avoid it. But I like this instead of dead on, instead of like up and to the side. This is like the perfect angle, so I don't know, that's what I'm going for. And I did remember to adjust my cutter so I get 8 bars and not 8.5. First I'm going to chop my end off though. Did firm up nicely because I did 2-to-1 lye liquid. And I'm actually very surprised at how light my botanical layers are. I'm just surprised. Last time I did this, the soap was brown. It was dark brown. And I think it definitely gelled, so that probably has a lot to do with it. And I'm not sure if this is going to darken up as we go or not. There's that pretty little mica line. Very subtle. Whoops. And it smells heavenly. Neroli really is a very perfumey, rich scent. And I really, really like it. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm excited to see what kind of my layers look like. I'm trying to look here. I do see a slight, like this is more gray and the inside is like a little bit lighter. I'm not sure if that's going to change at all as we go or not. I really don't know. We'll see. Last time I made this bar, they were dark brown. They were ugly. They were ugly bars. Same good stuff inside, but I think these are going to get more attention just because they look nice. There we go. I love my layers right here. I love my layers. Yeah, that's very nice. I don't know if this is going to pick up on the camera or not, but I'm going to try. Do you see the difference in the outer edge towards the center here? Is that, you see any difference? I don't know if you could or not, but I do. I'll be sure I get a photo of these before I, actually take my nice shots just to see if they discolor. Because I don't mind them being light. They definitely look better than the turd colored bars I did last time, but I did expect them to be a little bit darker. air bubble there. That's not too bad. See that air bubble? Not too bad. Make the lines look nice though. I'm happy with the layers so far. They're not perfectly straight, just like I want. I mean, I didn't expect them to somehow magically be perfectly straight. But sometimes you go for a wiggly line and it's like too wiggly and it just looks weird, but I'm enjoying this. I think the gold on top and my little peaks here really make it. I don't often get to do that. There we go. You can see in my middle layer, the clay layer, there's like tiny wisps of clay where, because I was stirring it, it was so full that it like barely got stirred in, and that won't affect it at all, just be a little bit more clay in that particular area of the soap, not a big deal. I am glad that I put the clay layer in the center though, because it would look really kind of odd if these two, the chamomile and the olive leaf, were next to each other, because they're practically exactly the same looking. Alright, halfway through. We got a lot of gold right there. That was where I remember blowing on it and blowing on it, thinking I had too much. But it didn't, you know, we're not popping in half, so I'll take it. Popping in half is no bueno. I'm probably going to stamp these right away. I won't do that on film here because it takes up extra time. But because I did the 2 to 1, they're going to be really firm tomorrow and too firm to stamp. Also, with them being layered with that mica line in between, if they're too dry when I stamp them, they're most certainly going to crack in those spots when I try to stamp, so that would be terrible. Another little air bubble, that's alright. I really like the way this top layer dipped in right there. I think that's cool looking. I like layered soap. I think some of my favorite layered soaps are done by Mimi and Boo. Oh my gosh, what is her actual name? I think it's Linda. I feel like such an idiot. I hate when I space on people's names, but if you know me, you know that I really suck at names. I will know your face. I could recognize you. If I worked with you 12 years ago, I would know you, but I might not know your name. I've actually been that person to forget somebody's. Oh, it's just embarrassing how much I don't know names. So, Mimi and Boo, if your name is not Linda, please forgive me. I know that you make beautiful layered soaps, and that is what I aspire to do when I make a layered soap, is make them look as good as yours, whether I know your name or not. That is a true fact. So, yeah, but she makes great layers. She does perfect mica lines, and they're often kind of wiggly like this. I think she's been trying to do them straighter lately. No, keep them wiggly. And I just find them more interesting when they're kind of wiggly. Here's my last one. Because I've expanded it out to get 8 bars, I won't actually chop the end off of this one. It's ugly, I'll plane it though. I'll give it a couple days to plane it, because that's the end. Check that out. And you line them up here. Got them over on this side so I don't bonk them. But I'll give you a nice little last view of these pretties before I stamp. Thank you guys for watching as well. This is Rescue Bar with Neroli essential oil, chamomile powder, olive leaf powder, and rhassoul clay, shea butter, and argan oil in a Castile and aloe base. So yeah, I make a mask with this as well. It's really great for skin that is just problematic and overall tired and aging. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.